Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. The Detroit Pistons come into this one after the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2.
And guys, when they had possession that night, it was a complete mismatch. The defense looked totally...
To the inside, here's Clutch. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And the Magic lead by 4.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? The writing was pretty much on the wall for the Magic last year in the playoffs when they learned that Dwight Howard would not be available. They tried but just couldn't put up much of a fight against the big Indiana Pacers team.
Here's Clutch. Back to Nelson. Stolen by Maggette. And now the Pistons. Fast break. Stuckey's got the ball. He kicks to Knight. Back to Stuckey. Kicks it to Prince. Over Harrington. And that's Prince. On time on the assist by Stuckey. As you said, with the Howard injury for the Magic, injuries can be cruel like that. And the Pacers made quick work of it.
Beat them in 5.
They sure did.
Yeah.
Steve, that was a pretty good series.
It was. Well, Orlando won the first game, and it looked like maybe they could pull off the upset. But in the end, the talent and the depth of the Pacers was just too much.
Shot's good.
Got no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Nelson against Knight. Here's Clutch. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York. Here's Knight, trailing by 2. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about the way their season had been developing. He told me, we've been learning the hard way that anything less than a 100% effort is not going to get it done. I want to see my guys a lot hungrier than they have been. That would certainly help, gentlemen.
And thank you, Doris. Maggette up top. Back to Knight. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by the Magic. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebounding. I mean, they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. To rebound the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball. And you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough. I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Knight with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Prince kicks to Knight. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the drop step. Gets it to go. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
Lawrence Frank.
Pistons trailed by 3. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Knight and Stuckey are manning the backcourt. Tayshaun Prince out there with Maggette. And it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Knight. Rebounded by Jameer Nelson. Nelson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Puts it up from 7. Knight grabs the board. The Pistons shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Stuckey dishes to Knight. That is good. Knight's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Pistons. Here's Clutch. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Now the dish to Davis. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Davis has got 8 points. And going back to Lawrence Frank, he played in community center leagues, was the team manager in college at Indiana, and obviously Steve learned a great deal.
Yeah, pretty amazing story when you think about it. Most coaches in the league were former players. or maybe big-time college coaches. So a real success story for Frank, and the hard work, the influence from coaches that he's been around has helped him become a good coach in the league.
Pistons trailed by 3. Here's Knight. Gets it to go. Knight's got 4 points this quarter. Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Clutch. He dishes it to Turkoglu. Here's Clutch. Money shot. That's good. Clutch has got 6 points. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Knight passes to Prince. Back to Knight. With the lead pass, it's stolen by Davis. And up the court come the Magic on the break. He feeds it to Afflalo. Overnight. Rebounded by the Pistons. Prince has got 3 rebounds now in this one. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Well, these teams were very similar in a lot of ways last year, especially in the standings. But they were able to take the season series from them.
Yeah, they were 2 pretty decent teams last season. Clark, as Steve just made mention of, their regular season matches were interesting.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, but they had an advantage in just...
Nelson against Prince. Nelson outside. Passes it to Harrington. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. And the Pistons now going the other way.
Well, I've enjoyed watching the progress of Greg Monroe. He's showed signs of becoming a franchise-caliber big man. In fact, in his second season with the Pistons, he upped his numbers across the board.
That misses, and a chance to tie it there.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic for him to miss that shot with such little defensive pressure.
And Afflalo kicks to Hart from past the arc. Here's Clutch. Over Bynum. Drills the lead. Clutch has got 8 points.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively.
Going back to Greg Monroe, he was taken 7th in the 2010 draft, but, you know, Clark, you could argue that he's been the most productive in that draft class.
Yeah, and I think overlooked just because the Pistons have struggled, but I agree with you, Kevin. He continues to improve, and if he maintains this rate of improvement, he's going to be an all-star at some point.
Glenn Davis is checked in for Orlando.
Well, it's easy to see that the East is improving as a conference, and the Pistons are doing their best to keep up with everyone, but they aren't quite there yet.
Pistons trailed by 4. Here's Prince. Stuffs it through.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Davis kicks to Nelson. 6 to shoot. Here's Clutch, defended by Bell. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Back to the Pistons in the East. Ended last season with a 20-28 record against the conference. Steve, they know they need to improve it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're a young team. They've got some talent. They made some good strides last year under Lawrence Frank, but now it's a matter of taking that next step. And that means performing better against their Eastern Conference foes.
That ties the game.
You know, he's got a very laid-back demeanor in person, but he plays hard, and he does a nice job of really following shots, getting offensive rebounds, and finishing second-chance opportunities.
And, Steve, that activity extends to the defensive end as well. I mean, he's still improving there, but he's already pretty good at stripping the ball away from shooters as they get into the shooting motion.
Nelson with it. Now Bynum defending. To the middle. Here's Clutch. And it's the devastating one-handed jam.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Magic lead by 5. Keep it here for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you after the break for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been great basketball going on in Detroit. Let's get right to it. Orlando on top against Detroit. It's been a tough start for them this season, looking to get back on the winning track. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. They've gotten some great minutes from Jameer Nelson. He's up to 9 points and also collected 4 rebounds. And battling nonstop, the Detroit Pistons. Great energy and aggression offensively, making their own luck with a lot of second-chance points. Brandon Knight leads the game in scoring. He's got 12 points. And on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focused defensive work. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much.
Here is Duhan. Dishes to Reddick for the lead, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Duhan. Reddick's got 5 points now in the quarter. So on the floor for Orlando. Clutch in its small forward. Glenn Davis out there with Al Harrington. Then there's J.J. Reddick, and it's Duhan in at the point. Here's Clutch. From deep. The long distance three is buried. And it's a 5-point Magic lead. The Pistons have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And that one's good by Maggette.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Just his first attempt. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Davis has got 12.
He has such a great feel for how a missed shot is going to come off the rim. Really plays those angles well. That's exactly why he consistently beats defenders to the ball.
Nice work there coming off the screen.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch, in their last time out against the Knicks, made some major contributions. He picked up 16 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. His coach called it a breakout game for him and said that this was the kind of performance they knew he was capable of when they brought him on board. Now can he sustain it, Kevin?
All right, Doris. And by the way, Doris, you are really bringing it tonight. Thank you very much. Definitely a nice performance. And Clark, he's got to be happy with that.
Absolutely, Kevin. I was there. Love seeing him get down to business and handle things the way he did. He made key plays. A very, very impressive job.
Isn't it great to see a guy like that just come through under pressure? He seems to just thrive in those situations.
Into Harrington. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Harrington's got 6 points.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Carving them up in...
And the Pistons with possession here. They trail by 1. Here's Prince. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Magic shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Knight and Stuckey manning the backcourt. Bella's out there with Tayshaun Prince, and it's Monroe in at the center. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
He's really ramping it up now.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Nelson against Knight. Back to Prince. Another miss by Prince.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something out there.
Clutch. Count that one. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead.
And this continues to be a shootout.
Well, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
Nelson outside. Nelson left side. And that is good. Clutch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
Feeds it to Bell. Inside. Prince dishes to Monroe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I've been impressed with watching Greg Monroe and his progress here the last couple of years. He can play both the power forward and the center position. And of course, there's only a few dominant centers in the NBA, guys like Bynum and Dwight Howard, maybe Roy Hibbert. So he doesn't have to guard a ton of big men.
Turkoglu kicks to Nelson. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal. First team foul.
And here's a follow. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Here's Davis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Magic lead by 5.
Nice putback. That's why you want guys working hard on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Monroe with a screen on Nelson. Monroe sets a screen for Knight. Pass to Monroe. The pass to Prince. Over Turkoglu. Out to Stuckey. The second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Looking at the numbers for Rodney Stuckey, he has 8 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
And for Monroe, Clark, what do you think his best position is?
You know what? I like him as a 4, a guy who can stretch the defense a little bit. He has to expand his range, but he's such a smart passer and moves well without the ball. And as he continues to add to that mid-range shot, I think he could be a capable 4. He's not quite quick enough to be a small forward, so I think the power forward is his best spot. You can maybe play him as an undersized center if he gets a little more weight and adds some strength.
Outside Prince, over Turkoglu, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Boy, you take a look at that Celtics game. That's one they'd really like to have.
14 feet away. That's good. Turkoglu's got 11 in the second half.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel. 0 points. Nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Lawrence Frank coaching his team during that last break. With a deficit as we approached the final buzzer, he stayed upbeat, saying, listen, we can battle back, fellas. Just stay with me. I need all-out effort here, and we can bring it home. Fellas?
A follow, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Nelson, the pass to Turkoglu. Turkoglu gets the screen from Davis. Shoots over Monroe. And Davis can't get it to go.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Pistons trailed by 3. Puts it up from 12. And it's good. Now, here is Nelson. The feed to Turkoglu. He kicks to Davis. And good coming off the assist from Hedo Turkoglu. Turkoglu's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Knight. Monroe sets a screen for Knight. Kicks to Prince. Uncovered. That's good. The assist that time for Knight. 15 points for Prince.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
It didn't matter where you shot from tonight, everything was falling. Have you ever felt this confident about your shot before?
It's not really a matter of confidence. It's about getting open looks and making plays. And tonight, I had a lot of great open looks, and I made plays when I needed to. It was definitely one of my better games, but I wouldn't say it was anything too out of the ordinary. It just ended up being a really efficient shooting night, that's all. Nothing to get too excited about, really.